We are here again
Mm,
in the kitchen this time.
yeah.
But Bora content, Bora, the message has reached home, doesn't matter where. Anyway, today we are having Harambee Stars and what? Is it Harambee Stars?
Yes. Hey,
Playing.
Wana, you don't know, in Morocco,
Eh?
Harambee Stars versus Morocco.
Today.
Yes, at 5 p.m. And at this time that we are shooting, it's 4:40, so 40 minutes to the start of the game.
So what
we
are you
wish.
trying to say? We should
No, it's okay.
hurry.
But we wish them all the best.
Yeah.
So far, they've done Kenya very, very proud.
Sure.
I'm personally very proud of the Harambee Stars, being a huge football fan. Mwelezea tu hivyo hivyo.
And have they been given the millions they were promised?
Yeah,
or when was it to be given?
No, the first batch was given. I'm not sure whether this draw, last weekend's draw, they've received their money, but hopefully they'll get the money. But patriotism should be there. Cash reward or no cash reward should be constant.
Exactly.
But I believe the reward is just a motivation.
But we are really proud of them. They've done us
very proud
very
so far.
proud.
Yeah, so we hope they'll get us, the farthest possible they can, which hopefully is the final. So let's wait and see.
Anyway, welcome
away
to our
from
podcast.
Football Matters.
Welcome to our safe space where we speak, discuss unfiltered stories, anything and everything about disability. And today is going to be interesting.
Yeah, a bit different.
Very different. Not a bit, but anyway, different.
Yes.
It's a live personal experience for both of us, and we thought it wise that we share it with you, so that when you're making decisions in life, you'll be very careful.
Yeah, and you make informed decisions.
Yeah.
At least you hear from other people, so you decide whether you're going to delve into it or not.
Exactly.
But at least the ones who have gone through it have told you their story, so when you make a choice, you make from an informed point of view.
True.
Yeah.
So without much ado, Namkavo Faith, and this is my dear husband,
Ismail Odem.
Ismail Odem, the lion himself.
You can say that again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Between the Ramps is our podcast, available so far on YouTube and TikTok. So if you're watching us on TikTok, please go to YouTube, subscribe, like, share. If you're watching us on YouTube also, visit us on TikTok. We need your support to grow. But we appreciate even the reception of the last video was quite good.
Quite good.
So
we are really proud and happy. We had how many views?
I'm not sure how many,
I
but
think
last time I checked
something. Yeah. But we've really grown.
Yeah. So we thank God for the small steps, and most of all, we thank you for your support. Share this content as much as you can, and I hope that you will enjoy today's discussion and you'll learn a thing or two. Yeah.
So karibuni sana, and we are so sorry we are the only ones taking tea because it's a bit so cold. But anyway, karibuni.
Yeah.
So maybe you see where you can.
Okay. So today, we decided to talk about betting because it's a huge point of discussion in this country. It's causing us quite some challenge. The government is trying to regulate here and there, but we've seen a lot of negative impact caused by betting, including people committing suicide after using money that isn't theirs, or maybe using their own money but spending so much of it on betting and losing it, so that they don't understand how they'll pick up life from there.
But it's so sad to a point where someone has to lose life.
Yeah, actually, that is very, very sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah, so that's why we decided to talk about it, and then also because I've been through that experience myself. Yeah, some years back, I had that problem myself, so I decided to talk about it. And also, my wife here will talk about how it affected us as we started our journey towards building a family and all that,
Yeah.
So, interesting discussion. But most of all, we hope that you learn a thing or two. And as a prospective um, better or someone who is already in the betting space, it will help you to learn how best you will make a choice either to get out of it, to continue with it. You know,
the choice
is yours. Yeah. We are not here to tell you to stop or not to stop, but just listen, and then at the end of it, make your own choice.
Make your own choice.
Yeah. So basically, betting or gambling is something that really has gotten a lot of traction in this country. Okay. Because people, use it to make quick money. That is, if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, then you lose the money as quickly as you get it. So it has two sides. Yeah, you either make money or lose money. But maybe from experience, yeah, gambling is, nowadays there's a lot of access to mobile devices, which also, encourages or increases the access to these platforms. Yeah, because we have so many online platforms nowadays for gambling. You don't have to walk into a shop or a casino. You can just gamble from the comfort of your home, your office, wherever you are. So that the accessibility is in this case maybe could be a disadvantage to us who are sitting on this side as prospective customers or clients, because then it's very easy. Yeah. Even a child, okay, if not very well monitored, can get into betting, because all they need is a smartphone. And of course, because it asks you for information, but if the child has someone else's information and they have a mobile number they can input, which maybe is not theirs, but of course when the money comes, then the child can access the money. I've not looked at the new bill that was acceded to, I think a week ago, on betting. I've not looked at it and how it regulates the aspect of children being involved in betting, but I think to me that is something very concerning. Okay. Yeah. Because again, a lot of our children, especially in high school and later, what they call junior secondary, a lot of them have access to smartphones, internet. So then regulating that would be very key, just to ensure that we don't get our children into that at that age. At least we want them to get to an age where they can do it responsibly. They can make some choices that are a bit more responsible. Yeah, so I hope aspects of protecting children are there in the new bill, although I haven't looked at it, but I hope so. And also, just to say, from some little research I've done, yeah, Kenya spent quite a lot on betting. Yeah, I think around 2 billion shillings a day on betting. Yeah, and betting companies, which to me is quite a large sum of money.
You said 2?
Betting companies.
No, 2 what? 2 billion?
Yes, billion, not million.
In a day?
In a day. Not necessarily. Okay, let me call it gambling. So say 2 billion a day. So in a year that has 365 days, that comes to around 730 billion. These are approximate figures. Don't quote me anywhere. But I'm quite sure we are somewhere close to that figure. Yeah. So imagine this kind of money getting lost in betting. Yeah. From experience, I can tell you, many people who bet lose. Yeah. And that's how betting companies make money.
When you used to bet, how many were you like the part of losing and gaining? Like how can you, in a scale of 10,
actually,
how can you rate your gaining and how can you rate your
actually, to be quite honest, a while back, yeah. That's maybe 2016, 2017. Wasn't so bad, because then if you gambled on football, it was quite obvious, yeah.
It wasn't so bad.
Yeah, the football at that time was quite obvious. You could just predict Real Madrid would win, for example. Man City would win, Bayern would win. You know, there were those big teams that hardly lost. Yeah, but I'd say from from a consumer's point of view, it became worse and worse as the days went by.
Did you at some point realize like you're getting addicted to it, like, so, or you just saw yourself to being okay?
Actually, let me just try to explain to viewers how betting works, right? So if you are in betting, it kind of plays with your psychology. You know, the way other addictions like alcohol, they'll mess up with your body. Yeah,
it's the same.
So no, betting messes up with your psychology, not your body.
Yeah, true.
Your body, you're perfectly fine. Yeah. But the psychology, those people who design those stuff know how to play with your mind. Yeah, you realize, like these people who call themselves pilots nowadays,
the
marubani, marubani kwenye, yeah,
paka mna fly
si lazima uende flying school, unaweza kuwa rubani kivyako. Anyway, so how it works is, the first time that you will play aviator, you will definitely win, okay, because they want you to get hooked, okay. So they are playing with your psyche. They want you to get hooked. The first time you try, you say, let me put 100. The thing flies.
You win.
The thing flies until you stop it. It's not stopping, because even if they give you 1,000, they know probably if you get 1,000, you get excited. What you do, you'll take the same 1,000 and put it back.
So okay? Wait, make me understand.
Yeah.
You've started this, whatever is it an aeroplane or whatever, however it's called. Yeah? So let's say nimeka 100. So the ndege starts. It starts, it goes, then I'm the one to stop it.
No. So how it works is, if it stops before you stop it, you lose your money. If you stop it before it stops, you win the money. Makes sense?
Oh, so I have to stop it for me to win the money?
No. If it stops before you stop it, you lose your money.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I have to stop it before it stops, so that I win. So whenever I'll have stopped it from, they calculate my money and give it to me.
So as it's moving, inakwambia times. So times 3, times 4. As it continues moving, it continues increasing the multiples.
Do you know that thing can give you even pressure for no good reason?
Relax, we are just starting. Pressure about
I've already started getting the pressure.
Now, let me. I was talking about the psychology of betting. Yeah. So you've put in 100 shillings. That 100, you remember this is a machine, okay? There's a back end to it. There's a way it's programmed. There's some programming aspect. So for the one who is doing it the first time you do it, 10 times 10, it stop haraka. They saw that
to recruit you.
Hata useme kama nimeweka sona nimekula tao. Hii tao siniweke
nikule tao 2.
Ama nikule hata tao 5. Kama nishakula hii tao, hii inaweza kula, acha niweke tena. Now what will happen? You remember you won 1,000, but you didn't remove it, so you put it back. So now they've taken your 100. And then what happens is, you say, now that I've lost that 100, for me to regain it, let me put 200, and then I stop it faster. You get? So you get hooked. You try to get out of it, but you end up losing more and more. That's the idea. That's how they engineer the thing, yeah? For that, you're aviator, yeah? But then for this other ordinary betting, which I used to do, yeah? So it's based on real time. I used to do football, so it's based on real time football results, yeah. So if for example today Harambee Stars is playing with Morocco, you can decide to say Harambee Stars will win. The Harambee Stars iko na odds yake, sijui ya leo ni odds ya ngapi, sikuangalia before before we started the podcast. But I've it's been years since I use the platform, so yeah. But maybe just for example, Harambee Stars imepewa odd ya 3, Morocco imepewa odd ya 5.
No, what is odd? No, I don't understand.
Relax. Sasa tunafika hapo. Sasa Harambee Stars ikipewa odd ya 3, it means that ukiweka for example weke punch, Harambee Stars ikishinda, you get 3 times the money you put in. So it's 1,500. Okay. Approximately 1,500. Say approximate because of taxes. Yeah. So before
also tax.
Yes. So before they tax on the money you put in, not your winnings.
Okay.
Yeah. So ukiweka so utapata umewekelea 70 hivi ama 70 something. Hiyo ingine ni KRA imeshachukua. Hiyo imeenda. Okay. So if you put 500, you get 1,500. Kama Morocco iko na odd ya 5, Morocco ikiwin, kama umeweka 500 ni times 5 ni 2,500. Kama draw iko na odd ya maybe 3, yeah. So yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. So ideally, you're asking me about my experience. Yeah. So I started, like I was saying, when I started, it was a bit, I don't know whether to say lucrative. Yeah. So that's how I got hooked, because most of the time I'd actually win. Yeah. But as you go, or as the football becomes more and more challenging, like how it is nowadays, it's no longer predictable who will win. Yeah. Like I'm sure today, a lot of non-Kenyans are very sure Morocco is going to beat us, but you might be shocked. Okay, you might even win Morocco. Yeah. So the gambler, mpaka, as in people take this thing seriously, even do analysis. People sit down.
There's this time, you remember we had gone to Naivasha. Then the conference room that we were using for the meeting, I was actually shocked to see that it's being booked and paid for that kind of analysis, bet analysis. Because it had been written. Unakumbuka? I don't know if you remember those ratings.
It was a very detailed
analysis. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So, but the thing is, yeah, if you're in betting, just know, if you're making money from betting, just know a time is coming when you lose a lot of it. Okay.
Me, for example, if there's that guy who won, was it 400 and
I think 20 something
million.
Yes.
Serodi your bet.
So let me explain. Let me explain how betting works, how betting companies make money, and how you might also make money. Yeah, you might make money now in today's game, so tomorrow you'll go back and bet again, but tomorrow you'll lose more. Okay. So that's how it works. You might win today, lose 2-3 times, then win once more again. Okay. That is
before you take us to those details, I just want us to enlighten our viewers on how betting affected us.
Us personally.
So, I don't want us to lose track on the betting topic that we had said we'll talk about, and let people learn the choice that you made about betting affected
us now,
independently, us as a couple, and as a family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think 2017, late 2016, I started betting. Yeah. So
was it something like
actually, yeah, it was just, let me just try, and then it didn't turn out so bad. So I got hooked into betting without actually realizing that I'm getting hooked. Yeah. So I lost quite a huge sum of money, most of which actually wasn't mine at that time. Yeah, but myself I also lost quite a lot. And remember, we started our family in 2018. Yeah,
2018. Yeah.
Yeah. So by that time, I had lost quite a lot of money. Okay. So it took me. I'm still recovering by the
Yeah, but it's true. We not you. We.
No, in terms of betting,
Yeah.
I stopped. But in terms of finances, I'm still recovering. That's what I want people to understand.
Okay,
Yeah?
I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I think I quit betting around 2020, maybe end 2023. That's when I quit betting. Was 2022
I think
actually.
2022.
2022, end of 2022. Yeah. That's when I quit betting. But even before that, it already got me into a lot of financial mess. Yeah. Remember now, this is a young family coming up. That time, when we got married, actually didn't have a job. Yeah. So that's part of the reason I got more and more into betting, just trying to make money to sustain us as a family. But at the end of it, instead of making money, I even lost more. Okay. And remember, some of what I lost came from borrowing in institutions, people, So all that is gone down the drain. You are still looking out at me as the provider, of course, of the family. Despite losing that money, you still have to provide.
Yeah, because I also didn't have a job.
You also didn't have a job. That time we had our daughter.
Our daughter.
Yeah, diapers. Name all those stories. Yeah.
Yeah, just in fact basic needs just for the house. I'm telling you. Yeah.
So it was quite a challenge, especially for you. I know.
Yeah.
It was quite a challenge because you lacked a lot.
Yeah.
And if I use that money wisely, at least you wouldn't be struggling that much. And remember, I still said I'm recovering up to today. Okay, which means I still haven't got into the financial position I would have if not putting that money into betting. Yeah.
True.
But lucky for me, I have a good support system. Okay. And people who understood me through my mistake, although it was also hard for them. I got a lot of bashing, which is normal. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's how much I've lost. Imagine, I quit betting in 2022, end of 2022. Now 3 years later, and I'm still saying I'm recovering. Yeah, and it might even take quite a bit more time. Yeah, to get to the place I would have been. Now, remember, this is someone who is newly married. A child is looking at us to provide. Yeah. And there's also the aspect of you looking at this man and wondering, so is this the kind of person I really got married to? I mean,
I need flowers.
What kind of wahala is this I got into?
I need I need to go to Maldives.
Tell us about it.
I used to wonder, like saizi unaweza niambia niko na 7k, si ndio? Ama let's say 5k. So me, at least I know, like, you'll sort me something small for
the house,
and all that. Then kidogo nakwambia, okay, see, kwa hawa hakuna hii na hii na hii, so could you sort me so that Then he's like, wait kidogo. So I'm like, okay, fine. The money is not coming. Wait kidogo. I'm like, wait kidogo. I mean, why are you taking longer?
And the cash was
and
there.
And the cash is there. Kwani do imeenda? The guy is not telling me, like, in fact, I didn't realize, like, you're betting. So I used to wonder, is it another maybe chick that you are funding?
Where is this money going?
Yeah, because say umeniambia uko na 5k kidogo. So it was that losing part, like umeekelea, maybe unaona atapata.
Yeah. Actually, just allow me to talk about this psychology thing, because it's important for viewers to understand, especially if they're already betting or if they're thinking about getting into betting.
Yeah.
So how it works is, today, Now, maybe for example, I start. When you start small because you are not sure. You've not seen the fruits, so you're just trying. Well, you can't try with big money because you're just trying.
You're taking a risk.
Yeah, so you start with 100, you make 500. Then you're like, in fact, let me not even remove anything from this 500. If I put 100 and got 500, let me try if this 500 can get me to 2,500 or 3,000. You get? Yeah? And then remember, the more you lose, the more you're denting your pocket.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So what does it tell you? Let me try to recover. Okay? And in trying to recover, you make more stupid choices and lose even more money.
Oh, I understand. You remember that part when you told our viewers like the borrowing in that is where it came from.
Yes.
Because you've lost and you're like
recover.
So you end up borrowing.
Instead of recovering, you end up losing more and more. Actually, the thing, it's like you keep on getting deeper and deeper. Yeah. So at some point, you have to tell yourself I have to stop. You know.
But before you reach that point of stopping, babe, ni kama mtu wa pombe, ama let's say any kind of addiction, ama ukwe this person who spend dough too, like if you have money, you just want to spend and you know.
Yeah, expensive.
The addiction part, you know, by the time you come back to your senses and tell yourself, manzi hapa nimeekelea na chomeka na sipati ni. By the time you reach that point where unajiambia, it will have taken a toll on you.
Actually, for us, it got to a point where we almost lost our mind. You remember, we had a lot of issues.
But we almost just parted. It was bad because now this guy, amekutoa kwenu, you are his responsibility. He's supposed to take care of you as a lady. He's supposed to take care of the family, like the kid is with us. And remember, on top of the kid, I need to have a house help. This house help needs to be paid. No, basic stuff is supposed to be done in the house because you remember, I was still like with the baby, you still need some help here and there. Like it was really tough. By the time I was coming to realize that this guy's betting,
I'd even forget about realizing that I'm betting, but my biggest call to our viewers and anybody who is watching this and they bet is, we should do it frequently, okay? Just one day, sit down with a pen and paper, go to your betting history, try to, you know, the way, like in rehab, if you are an addict of alcohol, you are told to sit down, try to calculate how much money you've used in alcohol for the past how many years that you've been drinking. Now do that with your betting history. Go and sit down, calculate, because it will show you how much you've lost and how much you've gained in total. I can guarantee you, if you've been betting for a while, if you sit down and go through all that, you will realize you've lost a lot. Yeah,
but it's true.
Then remember, we were saying earlier here is that it's even costing people their lives.
Yeah.
Because somebody even takes money that is not theirs. It's for an M-Pesa business that they are told to hold for someone. Amechukua float, ameingiza kwa betting company, imekunywa maji yote. Na hiyo float labda ni salary yake ya mwaka mzima, anashangaa. Now, how will I make up for this money?
It's sad.
They decide to take their own life, which of course is very sad.
Very sad.
But it goes back to my point of, before you decide to do betting, at least think about the pros and cons. Yeah, we all understand that the economies that are really difficult. We are really going through difficult times as a country in terms of, access to money and the availability of resources around the economy is quite a challenge as at now. But remember, the little that you have, the one that you are deciding to put into betting, can also go. Yeah, this thing is so bad in that people who are doing even manual labor, work that requires manual labor like mjengo, at the end of the day, when they get the 500 600 ya mjengo anaenda kuweka yote kwa betting. Yeah,
you end up losing.
Imagine having done all that hard stuff, kubeba simiti, kubeba mawe, sijui kukoroga nini, you know, all that, with all that effort, and then coming out with nothing, giving someone who did nothing but has a platform, okay, has a computer generated platform, has a system, has a software, has a program that you just bet, you just put your money there. Ya amekaa tu, unamuingizia do. Wewe umetoka kulima, umetoka kusijui kufanya nini, umetoka kuchimba sijui shimo wapi.
I know.
Then you just give me your money like that. Hata mazee, hata kama unaekelea juu, hata kama umekula sosita, ekelea basi chwani. Nikienda useme hii imeenda, acha niachane nayo.
Hata asiekelea.
But the worst thing people do is ukiekelea chwani ikienda, unasema hata niekelee so ndio nirikave. Hiyo so ikienda, unasema hata niekelee irwabe ndio nirikave hiyo so na hiyo chwani ya kwanza inaenda yote.
Not having any.
So at the end of the day unapata huna chochote. Na maybe mtaani uko na familia, uko na wife anakuchill, anangoja kama dinner, uko na watu hiyo wanakuchill, wanashangaa baba na kama nini leo. Unaona?
Alafu I feel like when you get to that addiction point, it also messes up your character. You know, I'm bringing in the character part. So like vile umesema mjengo, so umetoka umeacha wife, umeenda kufanya mjengo, umepata do yako, umekelea bet, imechomeka. When you get back home, this wife is waiting. Maybe utakuja na kasukari, because you see these people are from, it's called hand to mouth.
Yeah.
Ni hiyo tu pesa hiyo siku, wanunue food hiyo siku, bas kesho tena.
So na by there it's an hand to mouth hata si eti.
Let me finish. Then umeekelea hiyo bet, imechomeka. Unarudi home, huna ene. Wife amekungoja na watoi unawaletea food. There's nothing. Your wife is like like wapi do, like wapi chakula. Inakuwa unajua leo atukulipwa tumeambiwa.
Of course wezi mwambia
uliakelea bet. So you see, consistently unaanza ku bring in this character of lying. You'll always lie when umechomekewa bet, unadanganya. Unaona, unadanganya. Another bad character gets in. Like it starts changing
who you are as a person.
You become, because that's what we actually fought for quite some time in our marriage. Like the line, because you used to look for a reason to give me as to where that money you've not given me that money, you know. And I'm telling you guys, it wasn't easy, even for us to talk about it here. It has really taken long, but we knew one time we'll speak about it and just enlighten people about this, because it took a toll in our marriage. And we almost, when I say we almost parted ways, because cheating was just on another level.
Now, you know, for me, okay, I'm not mentioning any companies here. I'm not targeting anyone. But kama kitu haiwezi, kama kitu ni mbaya, they are not worried about it. Yeah.
Sure.
So let's just do some simple math here. Okay. A lot of the people who bet, like who gamble, okay. So actually, kitambo, gambling used to be a rich man's game. Okay, casinos and the like. Okay.
But now, still there.
Yeah, they're still there. But nowadays, the biggest percentage of gamblers are people who are making a small income. Okay. Sometimes middle class, kidogo, but people who are making a small income. So remember, you're talking about somebody who is making a small income, giving you 50 shillings or 100 shillings of theirs every day, in the hope of making 1,000 or 500. Okay? So let's say at a 20% washinde. Okay? 80% wakulwe. Okay? So let's just do some simple math. 100 bob every day from, let's say, 100,000 people. Okay? That's 10 million. Clean money. Well, you're just chilling. Uko tu na platform.
In a day.
In a day. If 10,000 people give you 100 shillings every day, that's 10 million.
Yeah.
Okay? hiyo 20% tumesema imeshinda. Out of that 100 out of that 10 million wachukue tuseme 3 million. Okay? Hiyo hata ni on a higher side. Ubaki na milioni 7 in a day. Okay? So you've taken your hard earned 100 shillings umeekelea hapo. Mwingine ameekelea. Kumbuka hiyo pesa yenye mse anakupea yenye umeshinda. Watu wanasemanga eti leo nimekula muhindi ameenda hasara. Si muhindi. Ni huyo mwenzako mwenye ameekelea hiyo so ingine. Huyo mwingine akaekelea hiyo so ingine.
Na mwingine.
Hakuna mahali muhindi ameenda hasara. Wewe ndio unaumia bro. Wewe ndio unaumia sis. Hakuna mahali muhindi ameenda hasara. Hizo so ndio zimekuja zikamake hiyo 10 million. Okay?
Sisi wenyewe.
Ndio zimekuja zikamake hiyo. Ni pool ndio zimekuja zikamake hiyo 10 million. Akapeana 3, akabaki na 7. Na hiyo ni siku moja. Weekend kwanza ni mbaya. Weekend hata anatengeza double. Weekend kwanza hiyo tuseme hiyo inakuwa 20 million. Weekend moja. Even more. The weekend ndio games ni mingi. Okay? So huyo msee in a month kama kila siku anatengeza 7 million in a month, kumbuka betting tunasema ni haina weekend. Kwanza weekend ndio kaende sana. Weekend sasa ndio busy meivana. So say an average of that 7 million every day for 30 days. That's 210 million a month. Okay? Simulisema kuna mtu ameshinda jackpot ya 426. Okay? So jamaa make 210 million a month. Sawa? In a year, that is 12 months, akona around 1.32 billion. Okay? That's one company. Akona 1.32 billion. Okay? In a year. Na hiyo hizi ni very low figures. Hizi hata si not close to reality. Hii tu ni estimation. Akona 1.32 billion in a year. Hata akikuja hii jackpot yenye the guy won.
Yeah, 426.
The last time somebody won a mega jackpot, I think was 5 years ago. So 1.32 million times 5. Okay? We are talking about something like 6.5 billion. Alafu akuja ape huyu 426 million.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. It's a drop in the ocean. Yeah? So before you do these things, think about the mathematics. That you are working so hard. Kuwekelea tu bet. Na huu muhindi mwenye unasema unaumiza, yeye amekaa tu anangojea pesa ziingie jioni. Muendelee kuwekelea. Yeah?
That's so bad.
And that's why they have so much money for advertising. They have so much money for sponsorship, you know. They are sponsoring clubs everywhere, you know. Because the money is there. The cash flow is daily. Ligi kwanza ikianza, Premier League is just I think a week from starting, yeah. Sisi football fans tunangojea. So I used to wait for football to bet, but now I'm waiting just to watch. Yeah.
And at what point, babe, like you see, like we are telling our viewers, there's that point where we almost like parted ways and all that. Before even we reached there, like how when you used to lie to me and you know where you're taking the money, did you ever feel like, what am I doing? Do I need to stop this?
Okay,
remember. This is costing my marriage. You know, like, could you just let us know, like, the juggling in there?
That's a very interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Something that I really want to talk about actually. Yeah. Because I want you to put this into perspective. When we got married, you said we didn't have a job, both of us. Yeah. We didn't have a job. So we were depending on our folks.
Yeah, most of the time.
Especially my folks most of the time for upkeep and all that. But remember, the needs at this time, nikuwa solo unajua si issue. Nikikuwa solo tu, niko solo, so ikikuwa ikue isikue ni sawa.
Kule ni sikue. Alafu joko kwa folks wako, so you just know, even if I'm not eating lunch, there's dinner.
Kuna dinner hata nikiinama lunch. Nikifika home kuna difu mimi ndaenda kula tu. But now this time there is you and there is the kid, yeah. So the needs in terms of finances are too high. And as a man, especially an elderly man, you feel very uncomfortable kwenda kila saa na diaper, nadai sijui ya kupeleka wife sijui salon, nadai do ya nini. It's very uncomfortable, you know.
I understand.
Yeah, so that's what first pushed
you into
even
betting.
That, yeah, further. Okay.
No, I got you betting.
Yeah.
Like it made you to get
worse into
worse.
it.
Yeah. Because now the responsibility is
vast
now.
Is more, and there is need for that money. Unajua ukibet ka uko solo, unabet ndio ujibambe, ndio buy simu ama ndio buy sijui nini.
Kuroko kwa nje.
Just you know, you have crazy stuff that you can stay without.
But now here
sasa ukibet kama una responsibility, ukiungua si sawa. Si utarudi mahali utaishi uko sawa.
But here
sasa kuna watu wanakutegemea. Sasa
how was it for you? Like, did it ever hit your mind like, instead of me betting, maybe let me do something else?
Unfortunately, it did, yes.
But because the parents were doing, like, almost supporting us, almost like, let me say 80% or 90%. You just felt so comfortable. You're like,
no, actually, far from it. So what happened is, I realized it, but when I realized it was almost too late. Yeah. Remember, I had started earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other circumstances also before we got married pushed me even further.
It, yeah.
Okay? So it's the problem started building then. Okay. So I brought the problem into marriage, and then in the marriage it got worse. And something like some addictions like betting, like maybe drug and alcohol abuse. When you are stressed, without knowing, you make more mistakes. You get deeper and deeper into the problem than when you are just sober or go to sour. Okay? So for example, if I had 1,000 shillings in my pocket, okay? Remember, we talked about the aspect of depleting your pocket. Yeah. So I have 1,000 bob right now. I have it in my pocket. Okay. I go and ekelea tuso. Nabaki na so 8. Tuso inaungua. Yeah. Nakumbuka mazee, kuna mtu niliwacha au mfushua ana diaper. Ana diaper, hakuna maziwa ya kesho, hakuna sijui nini. Yeah. So unasema hii so 8. Sasa niliekelea tuso ikaungua, hata niekelee 3 so ndio nirikave ndio ya diaper plus ile tuso yenye ilikuwa imeungua.
It doesn't happen.
Sasa hiyo inakuwa ni punch imeenda, so mbaki na punch. Sasa hiyo punch unajiambia hii tuso la 3 so imepotea, hata niweke hii punch yote ndio irudi ikiwa
like.
So that's the psychology of betting. That's actually what I really want people to understand. The more you deplete your pocket, the more you get deeper and deeper into it.
It's so bad.
Because you are trying to get out of it, but without knowing. Na ukumbuke, sasa hii tao sina, si ndio? Na ukumbuke niko na hii psychology ya betting I'm telling you about. Tao si imeenda. Naomba best yangu, tao ingine. Badala libai daipa hiyo tao, liachane nayo, laekelea tena. Tena hiyo tao yenye nimeomba imeenda. So nilikuwa na tao yangu imeenda na nilikuwa na deni nyingine ya tao yenye ishaenda.
Yeah, but this betting really made us get into so much debt.
And I'm sure it's not us peke yake. I'm sure there are so many out there.
So many. Just in the so many, we are
just one of the few they have decided to speak out.
Yeah.
And for me, I think hata kama sijaona hiyo bill, mimi naweza sema gawai finye kabisa. Juu tukiachia watu tunasema eti watakuwa responsible, people are not getting more and more responsible. You know why? Because life is getting more and more difficult.
Very difficult.
So people are getting more and more into it than even doing it responsibly.
Yeah.
But I believe the aspect of not advertising and all that is helping.
It's helping. And we cut like they just
hii story ya sijui unafungua TV 30 minutes 15 minutes yote break ni betting companies zina advertise. Hii kitoka hii inaingia haiwezi.
The new Sanka.
Haiwezi.
But I was so sad to
see. Unajiuliza
to see
hii standard ya new Sanka ni ya ku advertise betting company kweli? Really?
It was really saddening me that sijui you know, I don't even want to imitate it.
And remember,
it's so sad.
Remember, this person who you are giving your money already ako sawa, yako muku chumbaye. Huyo mse unapea so yako, ako muku chu yako, ako fiti. Tayari ako fiti. Sasa wewe unaongeza. Yako fiti, ashatulia. Maisha iko sawa. Wewe anangoja tu, anajua kila siku ako na so yako. Ikienda mbaya, umkuletao, akukuletao zingine 5. That's how it works, huh?
But what we are just saying basically is don't bet, especially for men. Not even for men, like just don't bet.
It's not a worth event.
It's not a worth.
Pambana na asoli yako, kule pesa yako pole pole, hata kama ni kidogo kidogo, at least iko sawa.
Yeah, you better sell those tomatoes, you know. Do something to
kula tu jacho yako dogo dogo.
Exactly, save a little, but thinking that bet will get you out of the problems that you have or manage your family or
betting, you must remember, betting is luck. Betting has nothing, especially nowadays, it has nothing to do with professionalism, to be analysis. Vitu zinaendanga opposite mbaya. Analysis unaweka hivi, inaenda opposite. Sisi hatu kufanya hizo analysis, pia tulizifanya.
You also did the analysis.
Mimi nilikuwa wacha tu. So sai haina professionalism, haina ati mimi ni gwiji, sijui mimi ni nani. We are all losing. And that's why these guys, betting companies too zinaongezeka, because people are realizing hii kitu iko na do.
So at what point at the end of 2022, at what point did you just tell yourself, because you remember I used to tell you, so stop this betting, but it had not come within yourself, like you had not felt that urge of leaving.
I think
so. At what point did you feel like, you know what,
you remember what I told you about sitting down and taking
the analysis?
You are betting history. Ukae uangalie pesa yenye imeingia na pesa yenye imetoka.
Yes.
Unakaa hivyo unaona hiki kitu make sense. Alafu already ilikuwa ishaleta a lot of, you know, disturbance, a lot of
in our marriage,
in our relationship, and also in my relationship with other people. No. It had cost me a lot in terms of denting my image as a person, which I really value, you know. And so I decided just nikaona tu this is too much, you know, and especially after just sitting down and trying to do the calculations and seeing how much I lost, you know, and coming to reality that this money, no matter how much I gamble, haiwezi rudi. In fact, the more inaenda. Okay, so that's how I decided. But the choice has to come from you, you know, like rehab, like alcohol and drug addiction, hiyo iko na rehabilitation center. But betting unaenda rehab gani? Mpaka wewe mwenyewe utajiambia. The choice has to come from you. Mazi
kama rehab of your own.
Hiki tu mimi sifanyi. There are people who stop drinking, they just wake up one day and decide, me, I'm not drinking from today.
Yeah, I've met a few people who
but those are very few. A lot of them like have to go to rehab and multiple times, not once.
Not once.
Because it's a very difficult journey, you know. I've not been there, but I can, you know, from the stories I hear from people who have gone through it, I know it's so difficult, especially if you walk around environments where you see people drinking.
That urge comes.
Yes, so it's the same thing, yeah.
But you are able to fight that, and at there are times where maybe you feel, ako ka urge kana come, you feel like, let me.
Hiyo kitu ilinitoka kabisa mimi hata tu niseme tu, I just thank God. Ilinitoka kabisa, like hata sina shughuli. So but mimi siwezi taka mtu mwingine apitie kile nilipitia. I know people are going through worse, and that's why people are committing suicide. Ndio mtu akiangalia ile pesa ame lose maze, aoni kama ina make hiyo pesa itarudi aje, unaona? Itarudi aje. Acha kwanza ni ya biashara, kwanza hizo za M-Pesa ndio siku hizi noma. Mtu anapotea na float ya M-Pesa Rwabe, you know, 200,000 inapotea hivyo. So hata unashangaa unaanzia wapi? Mwingine anachukua salo yake full vile imekuja hivyo, anaekelea kwa one bet, inaenda hivyo. So that means for an entire 30 days
you have nothing. You have to borrow.
You have to borrow for an entire 30 days. Na ukumbuke mtu akishakuwa addict, but laboro imsaidie kufika hiyo 30 days, ataweka tela ndio arikave hiyo salo yake. So it's a crazy cycle.
Yeah.
But we decided to do this just to deter those who are not into it yet.
Don't start.
And then it as well. Then it's go to someone, no matter how much you make a day, a week. If you don't make anything, at least unajua jasho yako ijaenda bure. Imagine mi kwanza mtu wa mje hii maze. Nikitry kuimagine ile hustle mtu ameputi hapo energy nini, amechafuka, yani amerisk pia juu kuna kujiumiza, unaweza jigonga na mawe ama inaweza kuangukia. All that just for someone to take that money home at the end of the day for doing nothing, absolutely nothing. Just sitting behind a computer and waiting for you to do your thing, make your mistake. He makes a kill, anapatia gava kidogo. And I know the government also makes a lot from betting. Like I was reading 2023 or 2024, they made around, was it 24 billion or something of that sort as taxes from betting.
Billion?
Yeah. Taxes from betting. Tulia kwanza.
So hizo deni?
Hiyo 24 billion. Tuko na deni ya trillions, so 24 billion is...
But it will move us from somewhere.
They are still paying the debt. But my point is, that money can still be recovered from legit hard-earned money businesses. Okay? For the government, please don't encourage betting companies just because you think you're collecting taxes from those companies. Because in as much as you're collecting taxes, people are losing their livelihoods and they are losing their lives because of this. Yeah, I think for me, that's a very big price to pay just for a few, taxes. Okay? Because if in a year we can make maybe 1.8 or 2 trillion as tax, 24 billion is a drop in the ocean. And that 24 billion can still be gotten from legit businesses. All the government needs to do is give an enabling environment. But to try and bembeleza and encourage betting companies, to me, we are losing our youth, we are losing our livelihoods, which is just not worth it,
Yeah. But I think we have to stop there today. So sorry to cut you short.
No, it's okay. But at least message imefika.
Yeah.
Betting is not something that is worth your time, worth your money. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
So I think before we leave, we wrap it up. Like, is it a proverb? It's a kind of, what can I say? It's a kind of a suspense or just a question. Like the way they say, then it's called NTSA. Drink responsibly. Is there something like bet responsibly?
There's a betting control and licensing board that is in charge of the betting companies and controls.
Shouldn't even be there.
No, betting is there around the world, but some countries have really tightened the regulations on betting. So mi naomba like finyani kabisa. We are losing our livelihoods, especially our youth. They are losing their livelihoods. The little money they make, they lose it. We should also be concerned as a country, but wetu wasipotee tu tuangalia because they make a few taxes here and there. Yeah. So I think your question was, is there something like betting responsibly?
Yeah.
So
we're leaving it
to you to decide whether betting responsibly exists or it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Unaweza tuambia pale kwa comments.
Yeah.
Tell us what you feel about it.
True.
Yeah.
And also, like, we just want to leave you with this, like, don't bet. And if you decide to bet, that's a choice. You decide not to bet, that's a choice. Because in this life, you actually have to make choices.
Yes, like I made mine.
Yeah.
And I'm now living with the consequences. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So at least this will help you make that choice from an informed decision.
True.
You've heard from my experience, and I hope that guides you not to make the same mistake.
True.
Yeah, because I don't believe you can make a mistake responsibly. My personal choice.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But think before you make that choice. think, do your research, gather yourself your thoughts, and even if you have to do consultation, do it. But before you make that choice, get the pros and cons. How is it adding value to your life? So
na ukumbuke manze, hii story ya jackpot, the last person who won a jackpot, a mega jackpot before this one, who won I think last week, was like 5 years ago. So we are like 50 million Kenyans. If one person wins a mega jackpot every 5 years, what makes you think that tomorrow you will put in 100 and win the millions? It's so hard. It's like it's a percentage of like 0.0001. So you don't let that make that usikue carried away ati
just do your work. If you're employed, do your work.
Huyo ameshinda ni bahati yake, atukatai, lakini haimaanishi eti sasa si wote tuende kuwekelea mega jackpot, haiwezi.
So our viewers, hapo kwa comment section, tell us, is there something like bet responsibly?
Can it happen?
Can it happen?
Especially for those who have already done it before and have an experience. Mtuambie kama kuna phrase kama betting responsibly kama ina exist.
So that's
with that, today. Kwaherini, thank you so much for your time. See you in a fortnight.
Toodles.